I mean, I don't know how you can live a life without hope in tragedy, without hope that there's something else, without hope that there's a God who redeems. Take the biggest tragedy that ever happened in all of history, Jesus Christ, innocent, never did anything to hurt anybody, lived his whole life loving people. What would be the biggest travesty? What would be the biggest tragedy? Would be for him to be murdered. And what happened out of the biggest tragedy in the history of the world? Our redemption, our forgiveness. So when we're in the middle of tragedy, we can look to the cross and think, if God can take that in this foreknowledge, take this horrible, horrible situation and change it to the most beautiful story of redemption, our story of salvation. If God can take that and change it, oh, surely he can take my situation and redeem it. Because we suffer not as complete innocence, right? We have sin involved in our suffering. Jesus Christ never did, but went through the worst suffering, his Father turning his back on him when he didn't deserve it, so that in the middle of our tragedy, our suffering, we would never have to cry out, "Why have you forsaken me?" Jesus Christ did it. God really did forsake him because of our sin. And so now when we're suffering and we're going through tragedy, we don't have to ever worry that God's not with us. There may be times it feels like he's not, but he's there. He's always there. And we know that because we can look on the cross and know that Jesus Christ was the one who bore all of our suffering. You know, it's beautiful that we have a Savior, we have a God. Christianity is the only religion that has a God that suffers. I mean, how much hope for us when we're in the middle of suffering, that we have a Savior who is so tempted in every way as we are, yet without sin, and is right now interceding for you, praying for you that your faith won't fail, praying for you that you know his love right now in the middle of tragedy. So God redeems tragedy. Jesus Christ is sympathizing with you in your tragedy. And eventually, when we're in heaven, all tears will be wiped away. No more sadness, no more sin, no more death. All tragedy will be gone, and we'll be with him.